Hey folks, how are you? Nice to see you all. You may have noticed I changed my look. You can vote on how you think it looks in the comment section. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, I suppose, if you don't like it. But it's here to stay, at least for now. So nice to see everyone. Al, John, Frank, Hail Mary Recordings, David, and Ernie B. Thanks for joining me today for the fifth installment of Chord Dave Live. I'm very excited. It's been a week and a half. Emilio, nice to see you. Um, yeah, we got lots to talk about, lots of cool stuff this week. Big week coming a week from now. And yeah, love just to hang out and have some chats about guitars and stuff. So thanks for joining me. Um, of course, don't forget to hit the like button. Make sure you comment and everything. If you can't comment, it's because you're not subscribed. So you have to make sure you're subscribed to do that. And of course, question of the stream. If you could have a 1 hour guitar lesson from any guitarist in the world, who would you choose? Um, yeah, so all right, let's get it over and done with. Those of you who have joined me all of this time, I went streamlined. Jeff, nice to see you, my friend. And let me see, Frank. You saw the Velvet Underground movie the other day. Um, haven't seen it myself, but that is something I would be interested in. And you said the haircut is lovely, but I'm not sure you're being. I think there might be something to what you're saying there. But thanks, guys. Am I sitting upside down? Yes, and yes, indeed. Al, it did take me a second to get that good man. Not quite sure what to do with it, to be honest. The beard, I was for now leaving it, but it's getting longer than I expected. Actually, I should probably have brought a picture, but maybe I'll do it next week. My beard growth started when I started my YouTube channel, so this is a YouTube channel length beard. Um, so, so yeah, I don't know what to do, whether to shave it, do a shaving event once I hit 3,000 or 5,000. I meant to say in 3,000. Um, I don't know, but yeah, look, woke up one day this week and said I'm gonna do something. So here we are. I was getting kind of sick of seeing a bald spot every time I looked at the camera, so now I don't have to. Um, Todd, your haircut matches yours. We're brothers then, man. Love it. It's cool. It's definitely new. I did it this morning, so I'm still getting used to it myself. It looks to me it still looks weird, but hey, we got some stuff. So all right, let's see. We're doing quite well. We've got 13 people joined so far. Thanks for joining, and thanks for your comments and everything. Got anything guitar or music related? Throw it in the comments. We'll get to it as we go, and we will, just talk guitars, music, shoot the shiz, as they say. And I got a couple of pictures to show you, things that might be coming soon, things um, that maybe are hinting at things that are coming soon as well, which have been sent towards me. Save the beard. It's a real statement. Yeah, look, I love my beard. I've had a beard for a long time. So I just never grew it this long. It was just one of those things, I don't know, just kept going. And then it got too long. So hey, there you go. Um, Marcia, you thought you missed the stream yesterday. Yeah, sadly yesterday was Friday, so work still had to be done and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, no, you're here. Hey, you made it. It's all good. Thanks for joining us once again. And all right, let's get into it. I got something I want to show you guys before. This isn't news or something that you couldn't have found out by yourself, but get the question of the week out of the way. Um, yeah, so Slash and Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators are bringing out a new album in February. Saw a thing where Slash said that the album's actually been done since April of this year, but they were looking for distributors. And he implied that he was the one who said to Gibson, "Why don't you guys release the record?" So they were like, "Yeah, that's a good idea." So Slash is giving business ideas if you want to listen to him. This package is actually sold out on the website, but what I want to look at here is the guitar, which you can see. It's an Axe Heaven mini guitar with the number 4, the new album, the fourth album by this ensemble, is the number 4. that's the name of it. So yeah, it is, and maybe an inkling that there's a new Slash model coming with, I don't know, uh, that's red. It looks to have gold hardware. I don't know. Saw it this afternoon. Was like, I'm gonna keep an eye on this and ask some questions. So I know look, Slash is gonna always get more and more signature models and stuff. So um, yeah, let me know what you think of that as well as we go through the comments. I'm gonna take that off the screen for now. We might bring it back up later. Let's have a quick look at the comments as they're coming through. I gotta make sure. Um, Al, you would go for Eric Clapton for a 1 hour guitar lesson. I mean, if it was a guitar lesson, I would pay attention to him. Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Um, Ernie, I sound bummed. Ah, definitely not. No, I've had quite an interesting week. Um, and I'm just getting over. Actually, I had an ear infection for most of the week, and it's subsiding now, so I can actually, um, you know, exist and do the things I want to do. So no, definitely not bums. Maybe the sound, I have changed the sound of microphone, so maybe that has an issue for what's happening. But let's see. I'm sure as we go through, it'll all be good. Definitely in a better mood today than I was when we started streaming last week. So good to see everybody here. And Chai has come back like he did last week, and he said, "You see, Joe referenced my Lazarus video. Did he? I did not know that." Wow. If anyone could share a link to that, that'd be cool to see what he said. I'm sure he wasn't too impressed, but I would like to see that. That's interesting. No, as I have kind of like last week, a little bit out of the loop. Very, very busy at the old day job, so didn't get a chance to catch up with as many things as I'd like. But Joe Bonamassa referenced my Lazarus video. Oh, I was about to reach out for an interview with him, so better not until I see what he said. Although maybe it's an in. Hey, you never know. But here's the thing, actually, if I do sound a little bit bummed, maybe it's to do with Elizabeth right here. This guitar needs some surgery. Output jack just being buzzy and loose and stuff like that. So it just needs a little tune up, which I'll be doing tomorrow at some point. Yeah, I found that out yesterday when I was trying to mess around with my new Mustang Micro from Fender. You guys have one of those. They are seriously cool. Only got to play with it for about half an hour yesterday and found out that the guitar had an issue. I was like, no. And today was busy until about half an hour ago. So yeah, good news all around is that it's something quite straightforward. Let's see. Todd, now that now that I know I got a shout out from Joe Bonamassa, I'm quite happy with that. Again, I don't know. I don't know what he said. He might have been like, "This guy knows nothing." He's got a point. Jeff, you're saying that you saw Guns N' Roses in concert. If not for a passed out friend who pissed his pants every 30 minutes, this show was a bust. Oh wow. Um, I recently, well, but the one time I got to see Guns N' Roses at Slane Castle here in Ireland, 2017, I went with a friend of mine, and at one stage, there's somebody else, somebody not related to us, not with us. It was just the two of us who went together, and some girl was getting harassed by a guy over that way, and she turned around and tried to punch the guy who was harassing her. He ducked, and she ended up punching my friend in the face. It was hilarious. And the music was quite good because I'm a big Guns N' Roses fan. SB surgery, as I said, just especially output jack is loose. I want to also check the wiring. I've never actually taken that guitar apart to check it out, but the wiring is a little bit hit and miss. So switching between the two pickups, sometimes the bridge pickup won't actually switch. So you like go into the bridge position and get nothing. So probably just needs to be tidied up there. That's it's a little bit tricky to do that once you get it out of the do wiring the first time. It's fine after that, but it does still scare me a little bit. But I'll be having a look tomorrow and see. And if I can't handle it, I'll take it down the road to Martin. He's good at guitar stuff, so we'll see what he says. Um, we talked last week about any press being good press, so thanks to Joe. Yeah, and that's true. You know, I do like Joe Bonamassa, so I hope he wasn't too annoyed with me, but we'll see. Anyone know? Can anyone tell me, was it on Twitter or on his Facebook page, or where was anyone have a link to what he said about me? I was quite interested. You know, it's the first time someone, I guess, um, famous might have commented on one of my videos. I guess he has seen my video. Did he leave a comment? I haven't been checking my comments the last couple of weeks, so maybe he did. I don't know. Hopefully he knows that I was saying they're good guitars, but they look, some of them don't look as good as you would pick up from the press pictures and stuff. But anyway, uh, thanks, Jacob. Appreciate that. Todd, Elizabeth is your mom's middle name. She was a bit of a buzzy. She has a bit of a buzzy output jack. I can't comment on that, but that is. Um, Ernie, well, thanks for your comment, Ernie. That is that head of yours deserves a derby, I think. Nothing against the head; it looks great. Well, thank you. It is. I've been calling myself a Bond villain all day, so you know, that's fun. Um, let's see. It's fine. I suggest Lindy Freyland's channel. I learned to do guitar wiring from him, and the Stu Mac channel. I can't remember where I learned to do it. I think just messing around with guitars. I like seen it in a guitar magazine or something years ago and just took one apart and started playing with it. I've also built a few guitars in the past just from kits and stuff, so it's kind of part of the process. Or it was back in like 2012 when not everything came just ready to go. Um, and Choi has said check Insta. So yeah, okay, I'll pop that on my list. So this evening after the stream, onto Instagram and see what he says. Hey, listen, Joe Bonamassa checked out my video. That makes me happy. I don't care really what he said. So anyway, look, I was, as I said, I've had lots of comments on that video, good and bad, and people agreed with me, people not agreeing with me. As I said last week, my main point was aesthetically didn't look as good as some of them did not look as good. One guy left a comment on that video this week saying that his guitar didn't even look as good as the bad example that I showed. It was much worse, I think he said, but it played amazing. So there you go. So that is interesting. I'm excited. I might have to cut the stream off. No, I'm just kidding. um, Todd, Guns N' Roses are notorious for a concert here at the Horse Track in Birmingham, Alabama, where I grew up. It was a giant pile of horseshit, and literally and figuratively, Axel stormed off after 4 songs. And yeah, he used to do that quite a lot. He's definitely calmed down a little bit, and I think it's because he makes a lot more money now from each show. Um, I think, and that is why the guys got back together to tours, because there was so much money guaranteed for the first one, and it all came about, and it's working well. I mean, they're touring pretty well. I still wish they would just come out and be like, "Hey, we got new album material," but we'll see. Um, XMG12, no more shampoo, Mr. Sheen instead. Wear a hat in the sun though. I live in Ireland. We don't get to see the sun very often, so it's fine. Um, yeah, gonna be definitely looking into that sort of hat wear for the NAMM show in the summer next year if I make my way out that way. Thanks, Marcia. Appreciate your comments there about the look. Phil has a few really good videos on soldering and wiring. Must have a hot iron, Weller brand iron. Weller brand is the iron you suggest. Yeah, I've got one. It's under my desk there. I haven't had to use it for a while. I'm fine doing guitar work like that. What I messed up one pot once, and I've pretty much been okay since then. Their guitars are not too complicated. There's not a whole lot you can do wrong, but you can do those things wrong. Any amp purchases on the horizon? Choi, you're asking me that. The answer to that is maybe. I have a guitar coming soon. It has left Germany and the tracking stopped. Funnily enough, I sent a package to the US recently, and the tracking stopped once it left London. So everything is just stopping tracking wise for me. I don't know what's going on, but the guitar is on its way to me. It's not the guitar I talked about last week. It's a different one that just became available. I was like, I'm buying it. Um, Amps wise, I've been thinking about buying a new amp. Um, what I've been looking at is the Marshall Origin series. So if you guys have any experience or knowledge of those ones, let me know. I was watching a video with Shane from Into the Blues. He seemed to really like it. So that's what's got me thinking about that one. So I'm looking around, I'm looking at some amps. Yeah, it's possible I will get one soon. Um, will it be before the end of the year? I don't know. I'm kind of hesitant to buy something. I don't know why. I feel maybe I don't have any information. I don't know a lot about amps, but I just feel like if I'm going to buy one and then I'm going to regret buying it because something new and better and awesome is going to come out. No reason to suggest that, but that's what I feel. So I probably will just buy an Origin. They look super cool. And yeah, like Shane's review was really good. So we'll probably check one of those out soon. But let me know if you've experienced it or if you have any ideas, try pup, let me know. If there's one you would like me to check out, I will definitely consider it. Um, SB, first time you shaved your dome, your pillow felt strange. Uh, I haven't been at the pillow just yet, but one of the um, one of the things I did, I was sitting on the couch earlier and put my head back, and I was like, oh, that's different. So let's see. Let's see. Also, say one last tip is when you learn from Philip Knight, if the output jack is faulty, look at the Pure Tone brand. It has one more contact point than a Switchcraft. Interesting. Didn't know that. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on that. I honestly think it's just a case of because it's loose. It was very loose in the area. Everything was the nut was loose. Everything. So I think it's just a case of putting everything back where it should be. Something fell off that guitar last week as well. Um, I think it was just one of the pins out of bridge. I put one of those back in recently. So yeah, I think that's going to take up my day tomorrow. But definitely, I will appreciate checking out that Pure Tone. I will check them out for sure if I need to replace it. I don't think I will, but I'll keep in mind. Thanks for that. Really do appreciate your recommendation there. Let me see. What are the prices like on used amps in Europe? No idea. To be honest, I've just been looking at new ones, but essentially it's the same on Reverb, more or less. There might be a small. I mean, guitar wise, there might be a small premium, but usually they're around the same price. Guitars, amps, I'm sure are the same. Um, XMG, you are saying a guitar lesson with any one guitarist, it would be Warren DeMartini, and if Warren's out, George Lynch would do. Nobody's out. You can literally you can make up anyone you want here. Um, so yeah, I mean those are interesting shouts. I was not expecting those names to come up, but hey, there you go. You know, feel free to throw out all the names you want there. I think we've had what Clapton so far and these guys. So interesting. Interesting. I'm looking forward to find out because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to check out these guitarists and have them on playlists tomorrow. So, so throw them all in there. And if there's anyone I haven't heard, of course, let's do the whole fantasy thing. It can be anyone who's ever played guitar, living or dead. So, guitarist you would like to have a guitar lesson from for 1 hour, anyone at all, who would it be? Um, Now let me see. Got to keep that chrome dome warm. You wear you wear tea cozy to bed. I do have one of those, so you never know. Thankfully, the insulation in this house is quite good, so as long as I live here, I think I'll be okay. But we'll see. I don't know. It's a new experience. Appreciate the support, actually. It was quite a scary thing. I've actually wanted to do this for years, but you know, pride and everything and just being a little bit self-conscious just never got to it, but I appreciate it. I'm going to try not to talk about it too much, but you know, fun times. uh Challenging myself to do it, standing in front of the mirror this morning, be like, do it, do it. anyway, anyway, by the way, good shout there. Philip McKnight is an absolute brilliant guy. If you're not following him on YouTube, you should be subscribed to him before you're subscribed to me for sure. I love his channel. You may have seen me at one point with a um, Know Your Gear t-shirt, but I will say all the all the font, all the stuff. The image actually came off in the wash after like 3 washes. So that's what I will say to that. So yeah, there's there's lots of reasons to love Phil, but his t-shirts that I bought didn't fill me with joy. Not like Casino Guitars. Their t-shirt is awesome and I love it and I've washed it many times and it's still in good shape. Um, so anyway, let's move on to that. Todd Moore, you take a 1 hour lesson from Tony Iommi. Who's he? Just kidding. Yeah, he's absolutely, that'd be brilliant. That would be brilliant. I'll give you a little bit in a little bit of time. Let's say about a quarter to 11, so 10:45. I'll give you my who I would like a lesson from. I've got a few names. It's actually quite a difficult question, I think, to answer. And then you've got the whole living or dead, or like if you could resurrect, if you were like in the afterlife and you could have a guitar lesson from anyone. I mean, the cue for Jimmy would be just ridiculous. Jimi Hendrix, of course. So I don't know. Jimmy Page might know a couple of things as well. I'll tell you my answer, as I said, in about 20 minutes' time. One of, if not your favorite, so Tony Iommi, one of your favorite, if not all, favorite of all time. Experiences presence. Also, it's easier to follow along with a lefty as it's a mirror image to imitate. Yeah, actually, my dad's a lefty, so when I was trying to learn guitar, I was trying to follow him, but he plays guitar upside down. He plays a right-handed guitar upside down, so it made it a little bit trickier. But once you get to know the shapes and stuff, I think even though he was playing upside down as a lefty, with the guitars being on the same side, it was easy to kind of follow along. Um, but yeah, definitely a cool vote there for Tony Iommi. Um, Marsha says, so guitar lesson for an hour. I know it would not be the 16-year-old in the music shop. Yeah. Some kids are seriously sick, but not likely. Yeah, yeah. I've the whole music shop lessons thing. I never really like when I learned to play guitar originally. I was self-taught, like books and magazines, and there was no internet in those days. There was no like there was no Fender Play or Gibson's app. Was Gibson's app still going? Did that take off? I don't know, but Fender Play has been huge um, for people. Like they've had so many subscriptions to that over the last 2 years. There was no Marty Music or Robert Baker. Robert Baker's classes, by the way, amazing. If you haven't seen, if you're looking to learn new stuff on guitar, Robert Baker, check out his YouTube channel. His classes, I've like signed up to some of his classes over the years. They're really, really good. So shout out to him. Great, great YouTube guitarist and guitar lesson provider. Um, Phil knows the pure tone jack on Sharpen Your Axe video where he works on Tyler Larson's guitar. There should be a link. Yeah, Phil McKnight is brilliant. I love him. I love his videos. What I like about him is that he's genuine, and if like we talked about this last week, if he's doing a review, if he's doing a sponsored content video, because he has that little symbol he puts up. And as I said last week, not everybody does that, but yeah, he's a cool guy. I love his channel, as I said. Um, him and Robert Baker and Casino Guitars, they're my favorite guitar channels. 1 hour guitar lesson has to be Jeff Beck. That'd be a cool lesson. The thing that would get me though about any of these things, any of these people with guitar lessons, it would be, do we dive into let's show me stuff, do me a lesson, or do I say, hey, let me ask you about this song, let me ask you about that song, let me ask you about this gig or this album or whatever. I'm that guy. I'd be like, let's talk about stuff. And then for 5 minutes, I'd be like, oh, we got 5 minutes. Show me something cool. you know, um, that's just what would happen. Al, you're taking lessons from Tim Pierce via his online mascot. Tim Pierce is cool. Yeah, got to know who he is through the um, Norm's Rare Guitars. That's it. Channel. And then obviously followed to his own channel. Yeah, great guy. What a guitarist. Some great stories, and he does some good content as well. He's another one of my top 10 YouTubers for guitar content. Honestly, there's so many, but he's one of the best ones on YouTube. Really good guy there. NSB is saying it would be Robert Johnson, cool, or Keith. Yeah, Keith would be a cool one. I don't know. That might be the most fun you could have in a guitar lesson for an hour. No matter who else or what else you were learning, I reckon Keith would be an absolutely fantastic one. There's more than one Phil in here. It's true. There's probably more. I mean, you meet Phils everywhere. They're almost as bad as Dave's. Uh, but you can't turn around without meeting a Dave. Hi, Scott. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you coming here. And to answer your question on Facebook today, I do not think they'll do an EM series in the next couple of years. You were right. It's probably more going to be along the Kramer for that style of guitar. But what I do think they will do is more original Epiphone reissues in the next year or so. Ernie B, thumbs up, please. Why not? Yeah, that's true. That's how we got 21 people watching, 22 people watching, and 15 likes. That's a good ratio. It's not too bad, but if you could hit that subscribe and the like button, that'd be awesome. And let's see. All right, let's get some water, not beer this week. I'm on some medications for my ear infection, so I can't drink alcohol, and I apologize. So I know some people enjoyed the beer chat last week, but yeah, it's on the water. So H2O, give me a like if you're a fellow H2O drinker. Tanya, being bald for over 12 years, glad I made the decision to do it. I had long hair years before. Well, brother, that is cool. 12 years from now, who knows? I'll probably, I mean, I think I'm gonna stick with it. To be honest, I like it, unless I'm told to not keep it. And you, the men out there, know what I'm talking about. Uh, no, when it comes to long hair, I had long hair in the 90s when I was a teenager. Very much modeled after Kurt Cobain in the unplugged sessions. It didn't last very long because life moves on, and then I think around 98 I cut it short. But anyway, there you go. A little look into my past. I'm not going to show pictures of that because it's embarrassing. Um, being Irish, surely you must like Thin Lizzy. Am I right? They're my fave band. Badfink 2, yes, of course. Thin Lizzy are amazing. I'm a huge Thin Lizzy fan. You know, I was listening to Thin Lizzy today. It was just on Spotify. I was like, oh, I want to listen to Thin Lizzy. Just play randomly, whatever. Just love Thin Lizzy. Phil in it was an absolute just genius. Loved them so much. Of course, Gary Moore was in the band, and Richard Fortus, currently in Guns N' Roses, was in Thin Lizzy for about 10 minutes. And yeah, definitely a Thin Lizzy fan. In fact, there are certain songs that I cannot not sing to along with, and Boys Are Back in Town obviously is one of those. Jailbreak is one of them. I'm a Rocker. Um, yeah, just love Thin Lizzy. They're great. And if there's anybody who does not like Thin Lizzy, then get out. Just kidding. Just kidding. Taste is something that we all have differences in. But I think there's actually a link for the UK Amazon down below. If you're in the UK or Ireland and you want to shop from Amazon, you can click that link. That's an affiliate link. It does kick back to the channel, no matter what you buy from Amazon. But the actual link is for a Thin Lizzy t-shirt. So there you go. Proof. I was thinking about Thin Lizzy today when I set that up. Jim Woodward, David Gilmour would be your guy for the lesson. Excellent choice. He would definitely teach you a thing or two. Gary Moore would be Jeff Squire's choice. Gary Moore would be amazing. Absolutely. I mean, I just can't say enough about him. Sadly, never got to see him play live, but yeah, true genius. Todd, you've picked up some stuff from Robert Baker yourself. Yeah, I think he's really cool. What's the thing? Rock and Roll Boot Camp, I think, was the one that I first got in with him. Really, really good course, and I think it was like he did the good thing about Robert Baker. He does like sales all the time, so you kind of see good opportunities, good prices, and stuff like that from him. All right, so where are we now? 10:30. Cool. You know what happens on these streams is time goes by so quickly, and I get further and further behind in the chat every single week. So, guys, if you do want me to read your comments out, just keep them there. I'll get to as many as I can, absolutely. And make sure you hit that like button. There's 24 of you here. 7 have not hit that like button. Of course, no pressure, but we are all watching you. No, we're not, so it's all good. Da, da. Scott with the big shout for Brian May. Yeah, absolutely. Brian May is cool. I I do love Queen. They're another band that I think sometimes you just can't help singing along to. Um, I was going to do say next week's uh, question of the stream would be what's your karaoke song, but throw it in the comments here. Let's do it. What are your uh, what are your go-to karaoke songs? Because I'll be honest, the last time I did karaoke was in Manila with my friends James and Marcus and Paula, and we had an unbelievable night for my birthday about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and we stopped in at a karaoke bar. The owner was not happy that we went in because he was doing his karaoke thing. So we had a couple of beers and we sang some songs. Boys Are Back in Town was one of them. Um, Something by U2 because they were like, Dave, you got to do a U2 song. And yeah, it was hilarious. So let me know your go-to karaoke songs if you're brave enough to step on stage for karaoke. Um, yeah, but Brian May would be cool. Brian May is one of those guitarists I think is just so iconic that you obviously like you could hear him play Sweet Child of Mine and you'd know that's Brian May playing Sweet Child of Mine. So he's just great. And John Robson's quite a fun YouTuber, although I get a sudden compulsion to don a Newcastle shirt, go off Nicky Brown, and eat curry. Yeah, he's cool. I like him. I've been watching his videos for years. Not a whole lot else I can say. I think you've nailed it right there. XMG, very good. Sammy Baller is a killer guitarist. As a name I don't know, but I'm going to check it up. I probably should know. I apologize, but I'm going to note that. I will. What I do after these streams, you guys have been added to my Sunday morning routine where I go through guitars on Reverb, drink some good coffee, um, and then get into the guitars that are mentioned and stuff that's mentioned in the live stream. I like to go back through it. So I'll be checking that out. Simon Baller is on the list for tomorrow by the looks of it. Scott just shouts out coffee. Not quite sure what that's in relation to, other than my water drink. But this is what happens when I get behind. I'm like, what's that about? Um, Okay, so Jeff Squires says, you forgot about Rory Gallagher. How dare you? How dare you? Yeah, Rory Gallagher would be cool for a guitar lesson. I don't know. I mean, look, 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes, I'll tell you who I would like to have a guitar lesson from. Might surprise you because I'll be honest, if I was watching my channel and all the stuff I've gone on now, I'm like, he's going to say Slash. I'm not going to say Slash. So there you go. Uh, yeah, he's on the list. All right. If I could pick 10 different teachers for an hour, he would be there, but I wouldn't, I have someone else in mind. Uh, John Robson is awesome. Subscribing to his Patreon is one of the best things I've done as a guitarist. Awesome. So does he do lessons and things like that individually on his Patreon? Would be good to know. I haven't looked into that too much, to be honest. But yeah, Patreon is a cool way to get extra lessons and things like that from a lot of people. So you're saying, whoops, I honestly think I might pick Robert Baker for the lesson. I mean, Slash is just too easy. Yeah, well, look, Robert Baker is a very good guitar teacher. Knows how to get stuff across. I've learned stuff from just his basic YouTube channel lessons. So very cool. So yeah, very cool. Very good idea. YouTubers can be included in the conversation. An hour with Jeff Healy would be amazing. Absolutely, that'd be cool. Let me see if has anyone said. No, nobody has said who I'm going to say. Okay, cool. Not a fan of H2O. You drink it when it's super hot, like the summer. You were a roadie for Styx and Oreo Speedwagon. Todd, you didn't tell us this before. Stories need to be told, my friend. Helmetor had to stay hydrated. Yeah, I'm sure there was a lot of need for hydration, especially because a lot of liquids can actually dehydrate you, particularly the morning after, if you get me. So, yeah, tell me more, Todd. Todd, we might have to get you on an interview in on the channel at some point to tell us about that. I'm sure that was cool. Definitely. Details, my friend, details. Um, you saw What's Left of Lizzie in 2011. You met Scott Gorham, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. I think I've seen that variation of Thin Lizzy. I'm not quite sure. I think at a festival at some point I saw them just to say, hey, I saw Thin Lizzy, but honestly, there's no Thin Lizzy for me without Phil, and that's just how it is. Wayne, hello from Kelowna in British Columbia in Canada. Um, yeah, well, thanks for joining us from that far away and laughing here at Batfink, rolling on the floor laughing to my get out statement if you don't like Thin Lizzy from earlier, which is, you know, just keep that in mind. um, oh, I see. Oh, we're gonna have some issues in a moment. SB, you a cool one could be a lesson with Angus Young, because maybe Keith mumbles, laughs, and coughs, and maybe I won't understand his lesson. That's the thing about Keith. I think it'd be a great story to tell. Whether it'd be a great lesson, I don't know, but you would have a great time. That's for sure. Angus would be cool. Angus would be a very cool guitar lesson for sure. Todd, you're not a fan of Thin Lizzy. I don't know, Todd. Don't know what we're gonna do about that. But they did inspire some of your faves. So yeah, look, yeah, that's true. Thin Lizzy, what a great band. There's a great concert video of Thin Lizzy from the Opera House in Sydney, Sydney Opera House. And yeah, that's a really cool one. Look, if you're not into them, you're not into them. That's cool. I suppose you're allowed to stay. I guess. No, it's all good, my friend. Yeah, definitely. Lots of Keith Richards people popping up here, saying so. So Steve Norvell says Keith Richards for the lessons and the conversation. Well, look, it's cool to have a lot of Stones fans in. That's great. And Todd is very correct in saying like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, make sure you do that on all the videos, and do all the things help the channel grow. I really appreciate all of that. That's it's super cool. As I've said many times on the streams and on the videos, I appreciate all of the support and the liking, the content, and all that sort of stuff. I do have a Facebook page and a Twitter page. Why did that just jump over there? It's not supposed to. There we go. Put it back. Live TV. So, just check that actually. All right. So yeah, I do appreciate everything, guys. I really appreciate you guys joining me here. 26 people on the stream. Listen, there's some channels would be like, 26 people, that's nothing. I think that's huge. So thanks very much for joining me. Yeah, it's just I have another screen down here where I can see like 10 seconds behind. So I'm just seeing it move back into position there. All good. All right, I think we're getting to the bottom of the comments more or less. 5 more minutes before I tell you who my lesson would be with the 1 hour guitar lesson. So any guesses who you think I might go with? And again, as I said, it's not going to be Slash. So pop your ideas in there. Speaking of Brian May, this is from SB. Speaking of Brian May, I saw his interview with Rick Beato, and he told he recorded a stereo version of Bohemian Rhapsody. Blew my mind. Yeah, yeah. Brian May and Queen were spectacular. It's one of the things I'm so happy about is I grew up in a very music conscious household, so there was music going all the time in our house, and Queen, the Eagles, the Beatles, Creedence, the Stones, Elton John, ABBA. I made that face because I'm not a huge ABBA fan. All kinds of great music from the 60s and 70s because that's when my parents were growing up. Um, was just on all the time. Like the most important thing in our house was the stereo, and there was records and everything. And my very first record I ever bought was, I think I said this before on the channel or maybe on a stream. It was a single of "Bad" by Michael Jackson. We all make mistakes. Rick Beato, by the way, his signature guitar is very close to being revealed from Gibson. We've all seen it, of course. We know it's that Les Paul special. but it's coming soon. I think a very limited run, but interesting. It's interesting. I think if that goes well, they will actually start trying to get other YouTubers on board for signature models. So keep that in mind. So Guillermo, you were asking, what is the path to learn guitar? You need some, some guidelines or steps for the beginner. Um, well, look, I'm sure the guys here can give you some great advice. My advice is to give yourself time. Start off with bite-sized lessons. Give yourself 15, 20 minutes a day. Make sure to play every single day and realize it's a skill you can build up. You just got to take your time and you'll get there. So yeah, just that's the first thing I would say. Find guitar lessons on YouTube. Marty Schwartz or Marty Music on YouTube is a very good one to start off with, get some easy lessons and things. And you can just go through it at your own pace. Give yourself time to do it. It takes time, it takes work. Make sure you do it every single day, and you'll get there. You'll give yourself 15 to 20 minutes every day, and I think that's a good start. But I'm sure guys will chip in with some advice for you, Guillermo. Jeff is an amazing player, more feel in his fingers than so many more technically better players. Still listen to a lot of his stuff. Fabulous player, and that's something I agree with for sure. Marcia chipping in for Guillermo. Um, there's no right or wrong way to learn. She's been learning for 1.5 years. Apps like Fender Play, Musician, Gibson, and Justin Guitar. Yeah, those are all good resources for sure. Um, Let me see, Troy. Thanks for joining, Troy. Appreciate it. Lesson from Mick Taylor. That would be a good one, fun one for sure. You're surprised how much progress, Marcia. You're surprised how much progress you made. You're not amazing. My channel's called Chord Dave. I'm not amazing either. So, much further along than I could imagine. Justin Guitar's website is totally free with optional donations, and he's great. He is great. I learned a lot of him down the years to be through to that. Angus is my favorite SG player, but a lesson from him. The guy never sits still. Uh, great choice. Yeah, Angus would be an interesting one. Um, I'm pretty sure he could sit still. I've seen him on Howard Stern and stuff, so he's sitting for that one. He just didn't seem to. Um, I think the most recent thing I saw from that interview with Howard Stern was they were talking about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and he was like, I don't care. So it was good. Scott, you're asking, is my lesson Izzy Stradlin? No. Izzy Stradlin's a fantastic guitarist, and yeah, obviously the original Guns N' Roses lineup is iconic for a reason. But no, I have a very, very iconic person in mind. That might bring it to a little bit closer to the idea. And maybe if I do this, as if it's, I can't make it any clearer, but I'll tell you in just a moment. I know I've said a quarter to, which it is coming up to now. Okay, you're Irish, so I guess Vivian Campbell or Pat McManus. Good guesses, but no, That's not the Edge either, just in case anyone thinks I'm a fan of YouTube and pedal boards. Uh, I don't recommend using YouTube on its own when you first start out because some teachers are horrible. There's no structure. Structure helps. Also, get a guitar you'll be excited to play. Get a guitar you're excited to play is the most important step for a beginner, I believe. If you don't feel excited by your guitar, you will not pick it up on a regular basis. I love this guitar. This is why I pick it up nearly every day. And this actually sits beside my bed most of the time, just in front of my bed. So when I'm getting ready for the end of my day, I pick up my guitar for 10, 15 minutes every day. Makes it a nice, easy habit to make sure I get my guitar playing in every day. Okay, you've waited long enough. Who would I list like a lesson from? This guy. I mean, excuse me, that is his guitar because, why won't it move over? That's his guitar. So yeah, it's Chuck Berry. There he is in the background right there, because he is genuinely the godfather of rock and roll for me. I love his music. I just think he's so iconic. He was good enough to be idolized by John Lennon, who and the Beatles and lots and the Stones as well, and so many people. Like I just think like I can hear Chuck Berry and his influence in so many other types of music. So if I could get a lesson from Chuck Berry, and listen, I know the criticisms of Chuck Berry are he played a lot of the same stuff over and over again. Yeah, but he made it a career and he did so well. If I could play half as well as Chuck Berry, I'd be a very successful and good guitarist. So Chuck Berry would be my choice. I am, you know, I'm just one of those guys who will pick somebody like Chuck Berry, but then say, Slash is my favorite guitar player. So, whatever. Uh, Joe Bonamassa also, as he apparently mentioned me on Instagram. So, I'm quite scared to look at that. But anyway, as it brings us up nicely to this, the video during the week about these the two ES guitars which came out this week, the Lucille, the BB King Lucille, and the 1970s Chuck Berry 355. This is an amazing guitar. I wish they'd done an Epiphone version of this that was in the affordable range, because this is the one I would go for. Nothing wrong with the Lucille's, they're great. I think I said it in the video, I was hoping there'd be a cherry version, and somebody commented that they've seen that there is going to be one. So I haven't seen that, I haven't heard it, but um, I didn't dig too deep, to be honest, on this one. So if a cherry Lucille comes out, I'm going to wait for that one. But this one, the Chuck Berry, I would like to have a Chuck Berry guitar in my collection. I did talk about Chuck Berry signatures a few months ago, um, talking about how the pricing should be cheaper because people are not always going to have 10 grand to spend. So I think this is a custom shop model and it's 7,000. The previous one was a custom shop model that was 10,000. Hopefully we get something around the 2 to 3,000 mark, and then they do an Epiphone and we can have a Chuck Berry ES guitar as well. That'd be super cool. But here's the Lucille. If you didn't see it, looks like a Lucille. It's probably, I don't know, is this like the most reissued guitar of all time? Um, because there's been so many reissues of the BB King Lucille. Not a bad thing at all, uh, you know. But they did some weird variations of it. They did a blue and a green one at one point, like sparkly ones, on uh, Gibson USA, I think maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're going to do that again. But yeah, very cool. Anyone pick one of those up? They are definitely awesome. And as I said, a red one, cherry one comes out, I'm picking it up. I'm going to wait now. I was going to pick this up. Thomann still have stock, but this is not the guitar I've ordered from Thomann. They did tease I was getting one. I don't want to say what it is. It's coming from Thomann. Should be here Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. I might put it in a video. We'll see. But it's something that I've been waiting for to come back into stock for like months. So, and it just appeared on Monday last week. All right, let's see what else. Let's get this out of the way here. Okay, one thing I want to ask you guys: do you want to know something that is coming down the pipe from Epiphone and should be here by Christmas time? So I've got a little bit of information sent to me by Nando, who also sent us the Jerry Cantrell Epiphone last week. Sent me some information today, just a picture that's out on some groups. But if you want to know what it is, 25 likes and I'll give you some Epiphone information. 25, we're on 22. I think that's fair. Okay, so let's see where we are now. Okay, back to the comments. Sorry, guys, I've been letting them build up for a second. Al, you're not wrong that I would want lessons from Jimmy, but he, as I said, Chuck would be my go-to. If it was anybody, it'd be Chuck Berry, for sure. And listen, I'd also want them from Rory Gallagher, from BB King, from Jimi Hendrix, from Jimmy Page, from all of the guys. Like, I'd take an hour with everybody, but if I could only have one, it would be Chuck Berry. Let me see. SB, do you think the Beato special would be like added into the artist section? I saw today they got Brian Reyes Jr. back. I'm happy because it's most baller junior ever. Cried because $4,000. Yeah, it's expensive. I don't know, to be honest, what they're going to do. I think the idea was they went for who's a huge YouTuber in the guitar space. Let's see if YouTuber guitars are worth doing. And then they went with this. I don't know. It depends on the pricing. If it comes in at a reasonable price and people pick it up in big numbers, then they will probably make it a big thing to do YouTuber signatures. Um, I don't know who would be the next. Probably be a Marty Schwartz next, to be quite honest, because they do a lot with him, Gibson. But I would imagine, yeah, it's probably got it's an artist guitar essentially. So yeah, I think probably it goes into an artist section on the website at least. Um, Always keep the guitar close to hand. Yeah, there's always one within reach. It's not that far. Yes, that's how far it was. That's how far my nearest guitar is at the moment. There's also two over there and two in the next room. So, and one there. That's closer. Fun fact, Trogley started out on Guitar Hero. Uh, I can't really fingers on to play actual songs. Yeah, I mean, look, that Guitar Hero was cool for getting people interested in playing actual guitar. Um, Anything that gets people into playing actual guitar is a good thing. Um, so yeah, that is very true. I remember seeing his video about that and being like, that is so weird, but it worked. I remember trying to convince someone that Guitar Hero was a super good way to get familiar or get your fingers moving fast enough so you could play good guitar. And I used to pretend I was a good guitarist. And then they would hear me play. Sad times. Martian, you're saying as you get better, you'll be able to figure out which resources on YouTube are good quality and which aren't. Marty Schwartz is wonderful for learning songs along the way. He is. Um, David, either Iommi or the famed CCTV fan Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry. Did you guess that before? Duff, I'd love to hang out with Duff. Good guess, Todd. That was a good guess. Uh, David, I really wish Trogley would tune his guitar before doing the sound samples. I don't really watch a lot of his sound samples, to be honest, so I don't know if that's accurate. I presume it is. I'll take your word for it. I don't know. I tend to stop watching when he puts the guitar back together. That's the interesting part for me. Um, but there you go. Uh, and yeah, so interesting, good comments on the Chuck being my choice, but that's cool. Um, uh, XMG, you'd be old enough to have been a kid when Back to the Future came out. Um, was that the catalyst? Yeah, I was when Back to the Future came out. I think. Um, well, I don't remember when I first saw Back to the Future 1, but I remember being in the cinema for Back to the Future 2. So, and it is a huge movie. Like it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Back to the Future, all the Back to the Future movies. But yeah, definitely, I think that movie has a huge part of my guitar playing. I did the 335, well, 345 was the guitar that I was, first drawn to. I was like, oh, that looks amazing. And him being able to just like get up and start rocking out was like, wow. So yeah, it was some of the songs that I've learned over the years were because of that movie. So like The Power of Love and Johnny Be Good were songs that I was like, I want to learn these songs, which I did. Can I play them well? No. But can I play them? Yes. So there you go. um, Let's see. Trogley said it on his channel one day that it was how he got interested in guitar and that he didn't play at all when he started buying and reviewing guitars, and he fell in love with Gibsons. Yeah, yeah. I can't remember his videos, but it's true. I mean, look, Guitar Hero and Rock Band. I think Rock Band was the other one. I worked in a game store. People came in and were like, "What's this guitar game?" Like, I don't know, but it looks cool. It's got some good songs on it. And yeah, I think people did. Like everyone, actually, I don't know if people got into playing guitar for it, but obviously Trogley did, and I'm sure others did. Um, I'm pretty much the same. Like when I got into guitars, I was like, "Oh, Gibsons are the best guitars ever." Uh, I learned that's not quite true, but hey, Scott, Cherry and Bone White, wasn't it for the Lucille? Yes, it was. Um, so I think they are coming later in the in the year, maybe even early next year for the current Epiphone run. We are also seeing Gibson stuff as well. Um, Now, what was the thing I said I would do if we got 25 likes? Because we got 26 and I just forgot all about it. So, someone please remind me in the comments, and I'll catch up with those comments in about 10 minutes. Because you guys are doing a killer job. You're knocking it out of the park, putting all those comments in for me. Thank you so much. Um, so, let me see. I have no idea. I started playing when Atari was still new. No fake musician games then. Yeah. Um, What are the kids playing now? I don't know. I'm not big into gaming anymore. I used to be, as I said, I used to work in a game store, so I was kind of into it for a while, but not so much anymore. Is Guitar Hero still a thing? Is there still that, or what was the other one that came out? Rocksmith, where you could actually use a real guitar. Is that still a thing? Um, Scott, you're saying you're getting a Lucille, but not right away. Yeah, that's my feeling too. As I said, I'm hoping the cherry ones are cool, so that's what I'm hoping for. I thought it was coming this week, and I would have got it, but it didn't. Todd, you're showing your age. I had an Atari too. My first gaming system was an Atari 2600. So there you go. As I've said before, I'm 40 next year, so I think that was middle 80s, mid 80s somewhere. I don't know. I think I recall that. I mean, how did he literally learn from Guitar Hero? In terms of that, I don't think he probably learned guitar from Guitar Hero. I think it's what got him interested in learning guitar. That might be further on down in the list, but he definitely has said before that it was what got him interested in getting into guitars and learning with guitarists and guitars and stuff like that. So that's cool that he did in that way. David, you had an NGD yesterday. Those are the best. It's an incredible Squire Fender special run, classic vibe, 60s custom Esquire in black. Oh, the Esquires are cool. Yeah, I've been looking at those for ages. I want a blue one, obviously. Surprisingly, my new guitar that's coming next week is not blue. Guesses on what color it is? Yeah, it's a nice guitar. I've been waiting a while for though. Um, let's see. Why to choose an SG over a Les Paul? Guillermo, you're asking some good questions on why. In the case of people who like the SG more than the LP, I like the SG more than the Les Paul, and I'll tell you why. Weight-wise, it's lighter, and I feel it's a nicer feel in the hand. Now, there are differences in necks. For example, a 50s neck is thicker than a 60s neck. I like the 60s neck, which is a slimmer profile. So those kind of things will be important to you. So what I would say is it's very important to maybe try guitars before you buy them, or be able to return them if you buy one to test it, because um, each guitar will feel very different. The SG is lighter, and um, I think it was Scott said it on Facebook page the other day. The SG feels better to play sitting down. A lot of beginners will start sitting down and then graduate to working standing up, and it takes a little bit of adjusting to standing up and playing. The SG for me is just a more comfortable guitar to play, but the Les Paul is a great guitar at the same time. A little bit heavier, quite a bit heavier, and has a slightly different position as well. But I'm sure the guys will give you some ideas there as well on that. So, guys, if you could chime in there for Guillermo on why you would choose an SG over a Les Paul. For me, as an SG lover, it's the weight issue, and they tend to come with more slimmer necks. But a Les Paul with a 60s neck will be slimmer as well. So those are nice to play. Again, the best advice for choosing a guitar is try it out. My back up to that is I didn't think I would like an SG, but I bought one for a special offer and just loved it. So, and much preferred it to the Les Paul I played at the time. So, you never know. I didn't think I would be a big fan of them. Now they're my favorites. So there you go. Try it out as much as you can. Oh, it was the Epiphone news, wasn't it, that I was going to give you after 25 likes? Okay. I'm back on board. I got that for you in just a sec. Any Epiphone news interests me. They're leaving China, going back to Korea. You can dream, in fact, Todd. Yes, you can. It's not going to happen, but you can dream all you want. That is for sure. David is saying you want to see a Trogley Gibbo. Oh, that'd be interesting. I would like to know what he would do, and I think he's got some very good contacts with Gibson, so I wouldn't be surprised to see it happen. Um, what I think will happen with these YouTube guitars, if they happen, um, it'll be like very small. It'll be like a run of 500, and you probably have to follow a link directly from the YouTuber's channel. So if you want a three-chord Dave Gibson signature model, you will have to follow the link that I provide you. 30 people here, you can all get one. Um, I'll probably make it blue, so just make sure you're into blue guitars. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what he'd do. Pretty cool guy, I like him. Uh, Epis are pretty solid quality-wise. They are now, for sure. Todd, no shame my age. I'll be 53 on the 7th of November. Happy birthday for the 7th of November. Hey, wait a minute. That's 2 weeks. That's a stream. We might even see it. You never know. But yeah, definitely cool. All right, let's get this Epiphone news. You've probably seen it. I don't know. It's out there. You could have seen it. Oh, that's Slash. Where's it gone? Yeah. Okay. Green Day fans, Billy Joe Armstrong fans out there. So there's a new one of these coming. This is a beginner pack. So Guillermo, you might be interested in this actually. So he comes with an amp, an Epiphone. I think it's a 15 amp, might be a 10 amp or 10 watt amp. It's a Les Paul Junior, and it's a Billy Joe Armstrong signature beginners pack basically. Not sure. There's some discussion about whether this is a bolt-on neck or a set neck. But an interesting little package coming from Epiphone. I think these are hitting stores now, so there should be they're not going to do a big, huge announcement for these because I think they're coming in at like 200 euros from what I was told. The little bit of questioning today. I know they're coming very, very soon. As I said, Nando sent this to me. He sent me the Jerry Cantrell Epiphone last week. So thank you, Nando, for that. I appreciate your sending us that on. But anyone interested in these? The Billy Joe Armstrong Junior from Epiphone. I think they're pretty cool looking guitars for if you're into juniors. Billy Joe Armstrong, of course, very famous for playing one. And they've had that Slash signature pack, the Les Paul Special for so long now. It's nice to see them change it up a little bit. But that's the Epiphone news. As I said, it's out there. It's on lots of Epiphone groups this week. So, it's something. But that's what I promised you after 25 likes. So there you go. That's the news. I'm going to take it off screen. So sorry, I teased that as a bigger thing than it is. but yeah, new Epiphone stuff coming almost every week for the next 8 weeks or so, I believe. Some interesting, cool stuff coming down the line. I'll get it to you as soon as I can, as soon as I'm confirming information. Oh no, I almost banned someone, but I didn't. So yeah, as soon as I get information from the confirmed sources I have, I will let people know. But from what I hear, there's cool stuff coming. And there's a big, big lot of stuff coming in the new year, which is going to be great as well. Let's see. Al, you're going to Brazil for Christmas. Awesome. You're going to be looking for a made in Brazil Tajima, only made in China are here where I live. And I'll need a guitar there. Yes, you will. Joey, who's been on the stream a couple of times, is an authorized Tajima dealer. He might be able to hook you up as well if you're looking for a Brazilian-made one. Yeah, I know he deals with them directly. So he's on Reverb. It's for the love of guitars, I believe. Yeah, I can have a look at that link for you. I'll pop it in if I find it. But definitely on Reverb, you'll find Joey. I think he's the only dealer in his area, so for Tajima, but definitely worth checking out. That's cool. Brazil will be a nice trip for Christmas also. Speaking of Guitar Hero, anyone looking forward to the release of Rock Band Plus? The release got delayed like 20 times so far, but it's supposed to be here soon. for PC, Mac, iOS, and Android. See, I was just asking about that. I don't know. Yeah, those can be fun, you know, as long as you can use a real guitar and it's actually teaches you to play stuff, then hey, that's pretty cool. Let's see. Where are we now? Al, you're saying the Trogly's tone examples are meaningless. To be honest, it's hard to get really good sound from YouTube as a um, content creator, as they call us. So, you know, I don't like to play guitar too much on the channel because the sound's never going to sound great. And if I'm playing through the Marshall code, it's not going to sound great anyway. So, uh, yes, it's definitely a factor when you're recording stuff for YouTube. YouTube compresses things so much the sound never sounds great. So, I mean, look, some people sound great, but it's one of those things. So I always feel I get if I'm, for example, with Trogly's, like I say, I turn off before his sound samples. But if it's a guitar I'm really really interested in, I will listen to just to see uh, do those pickups sound okay, or are they tinny? Are they? You can get a general sense of that, but I never really put too much um, faith in what it sounds like on YouTube, to be honest. But being out of tune is being out of tune. I think that's where that all started from. Um, so yeah, being out of tune is, but his information and his knowledge is great. Um, if I had a new Chuck Berry, you'd call it Marvin. Yes, yes, indeed, Marvin Berry. What's the name of the band? Marvin Berry and the something. Yes, excellent. Um, all right, so new Epiphone release. Yeah, you're reminded. Good. See, this is a problem. Again, I get so far behind on the comments. Sorry, guys. Uh, Rambling too much, and that's what it is. Let's see. Me too. You lived there Atari 2600. We had another after that when it broke, but forget the model number. I think it was a 5200. Yeah, it was 5000. It was 52. There was a 2600 and a 5200. And when I found out there was a 5200, I was so jealous of those kids who had that. Um, those were the days. I remember having a basketball. I was a big basketball player back in the day, um, in my school team and everything. And so I remember playing the basketball game on Atari 2600 and being like, this doesn't look like basketball. Computer games have come on quite a lot. You can play guitar now. It's fantastic. Uh, oh man. Um, David, you're saying the Esquires are on clearance at Anderton's. Wow, that is bad news for my wallet. Gonna have to check them out. Um, yeah, I did. Right, I'll tell you in a moment what I've bought, what's on the way. Um, but yeah, it might mean I won't buy an Esquire, but I think they're awesome. Esquires are really cool. All right, let's see where we are. There's 26 people watching and 28 likes, so people are coming and going, which is cool. I like all that. It's cool. We're 10 past 11 already, guys. The night is going well. By the way, on the ever running nightmare on the camera situation, the battery folks who I bought the equipment for to keep the camera running and keep it plugged in, I contacted them about the faulty one last week, and they're like, "Oh, we'll just refund you." I was like, "Dudes, could you not send me one that works?" So the quest goes on. I don't know what I'm going to do, and for some reason, it's incredibly difficult to get camera batteries here in Ireland without going to a camera store. My nearest camera store is in Dublin, which is like 2 hours away. So I may be going there before Christmas, and I'll try and pick up a battery at some point to just swap them out. But for until then, the streams are going to be roughly 2 hours long. So that'll be what's happening. Love doing these streams, guys, by the way. So thanks to all of you, and thanks to everyone who's come back for more than one. I really appreciate seeing the whole community just come together. It's super cool. Todd has one word. It is Pong. I mean, you know, nothing wrong with Pong. And Scott, you're saying you need a new SG over a new Les Paul. I got too many Les Pauls already, as if too many was possible. Correct statement. Too many isn't possible. Um, SGs have weirder specs. Yeah, there's too much there's more variation in SGs, to be honest. Yeah, for sure. Well, maybe that's not true, but there's definitely a wide variety. I could never get bored of SGs. There's just so many different things. Um, will the new Billy Joe mean that they'll end the slash AFD special too? Um, I think they might, to be honest. I think that's gonna be a thing of the past once these Billy Joes come out. I did have a slash AFD special too at one point. Just picked it up as a little uh, like kind of travel, not travel guitar, but like just wanted to take around with me, different houses. Not I wasn't going anywhere in particular. Um, so I had one, yeah, about 5 6 years ago. So that's how long they've been out. Quite a while now. Um, but yeah, they're pretty nice. I mean, the veneers on them are what they prescribe on the advertising. Not to be getting at a certain other guitarist, but but they look nice. Yeah, they're pretty cool for beginners. I think they're great guitars. Um, does anyone remember Andertons for an April Fools? They put the slash neck on a Stratocaster from the AFD Special 2 because it's a bolt-on neck. I thought that was hilarious at the time. Does anyone else remember that, or did I make it up? It's possible. Some advice for Guillermo. I've played Les Pauls and similar guitars since the early 80s, and not that I don't still appreciate them. I've moved to SGs in the last few years for their tones and comfort. The SG family is truly gathering on this channel. Yeah, we're a lot of SG love. That's amazing. Um, it's one of those things. I think the SG isn't loved until you play one. And then once you play an SG, you're like, why did I not play this before? It's definitely my story. Um, so I think it's pretty cool that people do feel that way about SGs. I'm glad to hear you feel that way, Todd. At least it looks like the actual guitar, unlike the Slash one. Yeah, that's exactly. The problem with the Slash one is that it is it's a slab. It's a Les Paul special. It's not a great looking guitar, but it does have um, what do you call it, like a built-in tuner and stuff like that. Really good for beginners. And yeah, it's true. But I don't know. There's something about that picture. I'll bring it back up here while I say this. It doesn't look right to me. It looks like the body is a lot smaller than it should be. Maybe it's just the photograph. It's quite possible, all right. But take that away and see. Um, but yeah, they're definitely cool. It'll be interesting to see. They might keep two of them on the because the Slash ones sell really well. That's why they've been going for so long. Let's see, David. I've played Les Pauls for 20 years, but I've shifted to Tellys in the last few years. Tellys are great. Tellys are great. Yeah. So my new guitar that's coming this week, I will tell you if we get one more like. So if you have not liked the video or the stream just yet, please do, and I'll tell you what guitar is coming next week. I might even go and get a picture of it for you if we get one more like. So there we go. I'm bribing you. You give me likes, and I will give you information. That's how it works around here. I haven't thought of doing that before, but now I'm gonna. Uh, no, honestly, I really do appreciate it. Let's see, where are we now? You got the like. Nice one. Thanks. Whoever hit the like button just then, you've got me living up to my things. All right, I'm going to go get the picture and I'll catch up with the rest of the comments. Nearly there, nearly at the bottom. So let's see. I actually have two guitars ordered. One of them, though, is not coming for a while. And I have to just, I'm not a patient person. This is the first time I've ordered a guitar that I know is not coming straight away. Like they're not going to ship it immediately. So let's see if I can do what I want to do here without causing any issues on the stream. Hopefully I can. So just want to get this picture for you here. So while we're going, you can guess what it is in the comments there. I will confirm or deny and then show you a picture of it. But I've been waiting for these for a while. They came out, I think it was the NAMM show. They were announced this year and they sold out in like 10 minutes flat. Couldn't get one anywhere. And I was super excited to see them. I've been keeping an eye. Thomann have, I mean, I'm sure many of you have used Thomann before, but they do put up these like estimated arrival times. And sometimes they're nonsense, like they'll say something like available in 56 weeks, or available in a few months, or available in 13 weeks. This guitar at one point had 13 weeks, and then it shot down to 6, and then it went 4, and then it said 3 to 4, and it was longer than that. And then it was like 1 to 2 weeks. So I kept checking on it, and then finally it arrived. So that is there. Let me see, 23rd of October. All right, just getting the picture downloaded. I just want to do my little adjustments here. There we go. And it's downloading. So, okay, cool. All right, let's see. Anybody make a guess as to what it is? No shame. Brides for likes. Yes, yes indeed. Single pickup Blue Junior. No. No, it's not a single pickup Blue Junior, but that would be cool. Yeah, that would be cool. Now you put it in my mind. All right, let me get it loaded up here to the streaming. Semi-hollow PRS. I got one of them. Those are great. Let me see. What did I save this under? Literally 2 seconds ago. This is why I can't multitask, because I forget everything. Telly. There we are. All right. There we go. You can see it on the screen now. It is the Squier Contemporary Series Telly in, I can't remember what it is. It's a gold one with the matching headstock and the gold logo. Not gold, chrome logo. I don't know why I said gold. Gold headstock, chrome logo. It's got the atomic humbucker and the, what is it? It's like a rail thing here. I've been waiting for these to come in stock, as I said, for ages. I think they look amazing. You got the roasted maple fretboard and everything. Yeah, these look cool. As I said, in the early part of the year, I was looking for a telly this year, and it's getting close to the end of the year, and I had no telly. I hadn't picked one up. But that is the guitar. Like that, if I was going to buy a Squier one, it was going to be that. If I was going to buy a Fender, it was going to be a. I probably would have gone with a Player Plus series because some of those look pretty sweet. But this, yeah, I just couldn't turn it down. It was 366 euros. Quite a deal on that, and as I say, they're so hard to get. So I'm looking forward to playing with it, and it's a little bit of, it's kind of like a custom because it's got a humbucker, and then you got the single coil. I believe the controls are inverted, so that's interesting. Like it's different, and I think I mentioned at one point liking the Jared James Nichols Les Paul because gold glory, because gold all over. This is gold all over, front and back as well. So yeah, that's coming this week. I was hoping it would be here today so that I could do a reveal or just have it in the background and say nothing. But yeah, it's probably going to be Monday or Tuesday, so it might make an appearance in my video on Tuesday. You may have noticed, like, I'm trying to do videos on Tuesday and Thursdays every week. I haven't actually managed to do it at all, both videos, because it's just crazy in work, as I said. And then it was crazy in one team. I moved to a new team, moved back to a team I was on previously, and it's just getting everything lined up and so on. You don't need to know about my work at the evil corporation, but don't tell them I said they're an evil corporation, but they are. And yeah, it does impact my ability to make videos. So when I get to just like it's settled down a little bit in work, which hopefully will be in the next week or two, I will get to Tuesday and Thursday videos. David, you were asking, what is the wood of the body? It's poplar with, so I had the stats come up here on another page. So let's see. So it's a bolt-on neck, obviously, because it's a telly, roasted maple fretboard. It's a C profile neck with dot fretboard inlays, matching headstock with a chrome logo, all the usual stuff there. Graphite nut 22 jumbo frets. Yeah, the pickups, these are really interesting. It's a Squier rail in the bridge and a Squier atomic neck humbucker. Pretty cool. It's a string through body with a hardtail, obviously. There has block saddles, shoreline gold. I knew it was gold, something gold. So shoreline gold with the black hardware also makes it interesting to me. Um, so yeah, it was that. And if I went super, super outside of just normal telly, I would have got a troublemaker telly. But I do believe there's going to be a another run of troublemaker tellies, and I think there may be a one of those blue ones in a more affordable price. I know I put that in my prediction video for Fender. I just can't help it. I feel like it's coming. Nobody's told me that it's coming. I just feel like it is. There's some big Fender stuff coming in November as well. So I say big Fender. They're doing another drop like they did the Player Plus series. I don't know what it is for sure, but I think there's going to be some very interesting stuff. I know that Fender are not really taking the whole let's do an online NAMM show very seriously, but they're going to do their own thing like they did last year. So let's see. I missed a load of comments because I got excited looking at this guitar. In fact, so excited, taking it away. I'll show it again later, maybe if anyone wants to see it. But yeah, can't wait to get that in hand. It looks amazing, and the new Squires I've seen seem to be fantastic. So can't wait to get my hands on that. Let's see now. Scott, yeah, I just had to do some wire soldering. That's why I haven't been saying much there. No wonder why I don't work in guitars. My soldering is horrible. Well, yeah, I've never shown my soldering skills, and there's a reason, but it works. Everything I've soldered so far has worked eventually. I did get some help the first few times. Let's see. Ernie B. I found a version 1 of the Pedal Pal FX JCM 800 this week. Ooh. It's on its way from out of the country. Excited, but would rather get a new guitar on Tuesday. It's cool. Guesses to my second guitar that's coming next month? Yeah, it's coming next month. It is a limited special edition of something, and it was announced, but it appeared on the internet and then dropped off. I managed to get a pre-order in for it. It's like I actually what happened was I saw it, I was like, that's really cool. People should buy those. And then I clicked off the website. I was like, wait, I should buy one of those. I went in and got it, and I still don't know if they've charged me the right price. I think they've undercharged me, but I'll go into that if I actually get the guitar for the price. We'll definitely do a video about it. We'll definitely do a video about this guitar because it's amazing. Like it's definitely no, it's not amazing. It's super cool though. It's super cool, and it's from a great brand. So guesses as to what it could be. You probably know. Yeah, you guys are guitar people. You will have seen it, I'm sure. But let's see if anyone knows what I'm talking about. Um, Tellies are cool too, but not my thing. I actually started out on a Strat style of guitars and stayed with them for years, but the LP bug bit me. Todd, you're just fighting against me all night tonight, man. What are you doing? Uh, I'm like, that comment came in before I showed you the telly, so I will forgive you. But but no, listen, the great thing is we can all have our own individual taste. Like I'm less of a Les Paul person than I was before, but at the same time, I wasn't an SG person. Now I am, and I like the tellies a lot. Like if I could only have one Fender, it would be a telly. I do like the Strats still, but I think they would be like the Strat is probably fourth or no, it's probably fifth or sixth on the list of guitars I'd like to have. But yeah, I'm not in too much of a hurry to add to my Strat collection. And then the response is Strats are cool, but I can't get with the volume knob position. Just feels cramped. Love the style though. Yeah, so Strats for me, I think that's probably the same with me. Like I like Strats, but I know there's just something about when I play them, they just don't feel as intuitive as say a Tele does or an SG. Nothing's as good as an SG in my mind. Let's see. All right, so we're getting into the Tele. David Ango, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. You tried one of the Squire Tellys in a shop here in Pennsylvania. Really good value and felt very nice. Yeah, I've heard really great news or great reviews about them. So I'll be excited to add my review to it. I might not do a review video of this one. As I said, like I don't really want to do review channels. Trogley does that better than anyone, and other people doing great. So I'll definitely show it off and be like, look at my new guitar. But it might give me a reason to actually post on my Instagram page. Just in case you're wondering, I am a horrible social media person. I don't like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm hardly ever on them. When I am, like, I'm a consumer of those things. Like, I'm on guitar content pages, looking at the stuff, looking at riffs of the day and stuff, and new guitar day hashtags, things like that. But I don't really post, and I haven't been a big social media person for years. Um, I'll say I work for an evil corporation. That takes up most of my time. So yeah, I think I answered that question, David. The body of the telly is poplar. So I don't think I've ever had a poplar telly. So it'd be fun to play with. Um, Let me see. Yeah, so Scott answered that for you there, Marcia. The gold. XMG reports to HR 8:30 sharp. Yeah. I'll be like, that wasn't me. That was some other Dave guy. I don't know who he is. So this is the 3K giveaway. The 5K giveaway, Todd. No, it's not. Actually, I think probably the guitar I'm giving away for that will be, I think it's a better guitar. I know it just comes down to choice, but it is definitely going to be one I think people will like. So hopefully, I hope it goes to somebody who hangs out with us a lot, but I have to be fair and just say whoever, whatever, however it works. So I'm going to try and do it on a live stream. I'm going to do a giveaway where we'll do a random thing and hopefully it'll go. But it's getting close. I think we're only like 500 or 600 away from it now. So it might happen by the end of next month. This month's subscriber count has gone up by like 360, 370, something like that. So it could happen any month now. Might even happen, might not happen until next year. I don't know, but it seems to be getting a few views at the minute, so we never know. Ernie, you're asking, is the front pickup splittable? I don't think so. I didn't say so, so I don't think so. Should probably make it so, but no, I don't think so. Uh, Scott, you said Trogley almost talked you into getting a Squire baritone telly. Yeah, he loves those things, man. He loves them. But he loves a baritone guitar no matter what. I've no experience with baritones, so I couldn't tell you. Let me see. Just drop down a string gauge and it'll feel like 24.75. Yeah, let's see. It's literally frets. It's a problem. String tension. The upper 4 or 5 frets are away. Okay. Hang on. Is the Kurt Jag with the case and book? No. Is it the Kurt? No, I'm not. I'm not a Jagstang fan. I think I mentioned that in a video. I think those look horrible, and I know you got one ordered, and I'm sorry, but yeah, I just really dislike that guitar. That and the Supersonic, I think, are some of the worst guitars I've ever seen. Um, yeah, sorry to Fender, and sorry to you for dissing your guitar choice. Yeah, don't like the Jagstang at all, or the Jaguar. That's better, but no, I'm not. It's not that either. Um, Let me see. Bum nuggets. All right. This is all mentioned in the chat because I'm not just shouting out bum nuggets uh, in relation to a comment further above. Let's see. Hey, Billy Bat, thanks for joining us. I saw that gold Squire telly on Guitar Center used section for $350. Yeah, it's around the price I paid, I think. So I'm not sure of conversions and stuff, but yeah, it's cool. I honestly can't wait. I was disappointed when I arrived home today this morning, and the postman had not arrived with my new guitar. But as I said, tracking has just stopped. I don't know. Everything seems to just be stalled at the moment. Um, Todd, you got out of Facebook jail. Congratulations, my friend. Welcome back to Facebook Freedom. And you have your page liked plus commented on your picture. Awesome. I did check. I did see that today, actually. Thanks for that. as I said, I go into Facebook and check out things. Occasionally, I'm not on it very often, and then I mean to go back and comment on things, and I forget to go back. So I apologize, but I will. I am going to try very hard to get back to doing it more often. Um, but I will probably post on YouTube a lot more. Um, so yeah, Billy, you almost bought the telly, but you already got a Strat in that lineup. So cool. How do you like your Strat in that lineup? Because I'm excited to know. Yeah, it's just got, you know what? I figured it was the Jaguar you meant, not the Jag-Stang. Jag-Stangs are horrible, but yeah, the Jaguar, it's not a bad design. I do like that. To be honest, I haven't ever had one, but I would add one to my collection at some point. There's just more priorities in front of it. But no, I wouldn't be picking that up either. Um, to be honest, I would leave that more for people like yourself who are fans of that design a lot more than I think it's safe to say that. Um, but no, so I'll tell you in just a sec what it is. A huge Telly fan, but I recently fallen in love with semi-hollow guitars. I have an Epiphone Dot and an Epiphone 339. Awesome. I heard this week, I don't know if this is true, I'm trying to find out actually, that but the Epiphone 339s that were just released last year, I think, are being discontinued. Um, I don't know if they've been poor sellers, but yeah, apparently those are done. So keep an eye out on those going on sale because if they're discontinued, they usually just slash the price on them, clear them out, and they'll be replaced with something else. So if that happens, keep an eye on, like if we get confirmation, I'll try and confirm it with my Epiphone peeps. Not saying who they are, but I know a couple of people who will be able to confirm that for me probably next week. So yeah, keep an eye on whatever Sweetwater, Thoman, Music Pros, whoever it is that you shop with. Um, yeah, because if they're discontinued, they're going on sale, pretty much. The 339s, just the 339s, as far as I've heard. Um, let's see where we are. John, you're saying, what's the lowest string gauge you've used on an acoustic guitar? Don't really play acoustic guitar. That much. I have one, haven't touched it in ages. I think 12s. I'm not sure what's on it, but yeah, obviously you'll use thicker strings on an acoustic generally than on an electric. So I think I think 11s or 12s probably. I had a friend years ago who played whatever his electric guitar was set to, he would have the same, or stringed with, he would have the same on his acoustic. Worked well for him. Not something I've tried, but again, I'm not really a big acoustic guitar. Maybe I should buy an acoustic guitar and just try and get back into it. But yeah, not the person who can answer. Maybe someone else can. Um, John, you say you have neuropathy in your hands and trying to figure out what's the lowest string gauge you'd ever use on an acoustic guitar. And Marsha's saying she's used 11 to 52 because of chronic pain and disabled. Yeah, look, I think, as I said, a friend of mine used like light gauge strings from his electric guitar on his acoustic. You would have to get it set up to do that. So like bring it to a luthier who can adjust it for you and set it up to play on lighter strings, but should be fine. Yeah, you can do that as far as I'm aware. Again, I'm not an expert on acoustic guitars. Some would say I'm not an expert on any kind of guitar. So, I mean, I would probably say that to be honest. But but yeah, I think if you brought it to someone to get it set up, you can play fairly light strings. You can probably get some nice ones to use on it. I mean, look, I'm an Ernie Ball super slinky guy myself, so what do I know? But yeah, glad to see people chipping in. You're using 10s, okay. You want to lower the gauge on the acoustic string. Okay. I don't know, hopefully someone will be able to answer that better. As I said, I think mine was always set to 12s, so I think it's fairly common. Are the Epiphone Casino coupes going to? I don't know. I don't know. I think what I heard is that the 339s are just being discontinued, and this was I got it. It's not something I would say is confirmed information. Um, and when I asked the question, like, where'd you get this from? I was didn't get an answer. Basically, got a load of nonsense. But uh, I keep an eye on it. Like, as I said, I'm going to try and find out in the next week or two as much as I can. And I'll ask about the casino coupe as well. I don't know. The casino, the Epiphone casino came out last year, like the olive drab one and stuff. They're selling unbelievably. So I don't see them going anywhere, but the coupe might. I'm not sure. We'll find out. I know there's refreshes happening with Epiphone, so this year we're going to see a good few refreshes of stuff that's already out. So maybe it's just that. Maybe they're bringing out like a refresh lineup, and it could even be that the 339s are just getting a refresh rather than being completely discontinued. Scott Brower's here, and he says he uses eights on his electrics. I use nines, so you know, my luthier was disgusted when he found out I had nines on pretty much everything. He's like, no, 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 you got to use tens on. I think he said tens on a Les Paul and an SG. I was like, my SG's got nines on it. He was happy that I had it on the on PRS though. He was like, yeah, that's fine. So, anyway, yeah, and Scott Bogfoot confirming, like I just said, 12s are pretty standard on acoustics. So there you go. And it's true. I mean, but it can pretty much most things can be accommodated. I know. I mean, who was it I saw? Billy Gibbons plays like really light strings, so I'm sure he plays acoustic with lighter strings also. So um, so yeah, definitely worth looking into. I think you look. The best advice on that is if you're going to change strings and you're not able to adjust the guitar yourself, get a luthier to take a look at it for you. Just ask the question. They go, what can you do for me here? If I put on, they might need to put on a new nut, for example, if you're going down strings a good bit. Um, and it's definitely worth getting someone to do that for you professionally. If you're not up, if you can't do it yourself, you haven't done it before yourself, it's worth getting someone to do it. Yeah, but I love it, guys. You're all chipping in with some good advice here for John. Thanks for that. Appreciate it a lot. Um, let's see now. Where are we? John, you should experiment with different strings. Some brands will even send you samples if you ask and explain your situation. Didario, just sent me a sample pack of their excess strings. Yeah, they're good because they think if you as soon as you try their strings, you're never going to go back. Um, so I mean, they're good strings. I just find Ernie balls to be super super easy, super cool. I like them. They work. Have always worked for me. I've been using them for years and years and years. Um, so yeah. Anyway, guitar strings. I honestly, I'm not proficient enough to talk about them very much. Um, where am I? Pop this back up here. Yeah. So, but that's interesting. Actually, before I pop that up, let's just look at this beautiful thing here again. Yeah, can't wait for that to arrive. It's so good. And I know this is not the case, but it does. I don't know. It just the roasted maple fretboard. It's just a sexy looking thing. I like it so much. Can't wait to get my hands on it. Yeah, I think Squire's been killing it lately, so I'm looking forward to checking out their Squires. The new lineup of Squires this year, they've been really cool. Next year, I think they're doing some. From what I hear, there's some big moves coming from Squire, so that should be cool. Um, but yeah, that's it's exciting times when you're waiting for a guitar to arrive and it's on the way. Actually, I will show you my other purchase. I think I teased it earlier. Let me just get back into my orders page here and I will show you. So I think anyone guessed it. I saw some it's so it's so sold out that they've taken the page off Thomann. And they're like, we don't know what this is, but it is showing on my orders page. So let me just find it here. There we go. No, 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 no. That's who's gonna have a picture of it for me. Andertons. Yeah, they got one. Interesting thing about this is No, they've got it taken down as well. Damn it. All right, interesting thing about this guitar is it has been taken down by all the major guitar brands from their pages. Um, Interesting. All right. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna be quite a scoop for me to have gotten this guitar. Let me pop it in here. Is that a good picture? No, that's a terrible picture. Is this a good picture? It's okay. This will show you what it is. All right, let me pop it into the thing, take the background off it, and show you because that's what I do. All right. So yeah, guesses in the chat room there, guys. What do you think of this guitar? As I said, it's not coming out until the end of November. It should arrive right at the very end of November, and we can have a little look at it in better detail then. I bought it because it is a signature model, and it is a guitarist who I think is amazing, as we should. All right. Okay. Nearly ready. Just stalling for time here. Okay. Someone is going to have to guess though before I post it. You're just going to have to guess what guitar company it is from. So pop that in the chat there. So not many choices because you know it's from one of the main folks, I guess you would say. But it's a guitar coming out in November. It's a very limited special edition, and it's not a Kurt Cobain related guitar. Actually, when's that Jaguar coming out? I still am not interested in it, but I think you are. So let me know what you think. It was supposed to upload, not go straight there. Anyway, all right, fine. Um, yeah, it's PRS. It is this one here, the Abraxas 50th anniversary guitar. I managed to get an order for this at like 1 o'clock in the morning one night. I had literally gone to bed and said, why? There we go. Yeah, I'd literally gone to bed and said to myself, "Oh, wait a minute, that was a cool PRS, and I love it, so I'm going to go buy it." Now, I'm not a fan of black guitars, as a black or white guitars, as I've said, but I am a fan of PRS. I love my PRS guitar that I do have. So yes, this is a PRS SE Santana Abraxas 50th anniversary guitar. In the US, they are charging 899 euros, I think, for this, or $899. Thomann are charging 500, or did charge 599 euros for it. So I know Anderton's also had it for a price of 549 when they had it on their site. Literally one of the weirdest things, because I've never happened that happened to me before, where it's like, oh, there's only 1,000 of those. They're cool. I was like, why don't I buy one? Like an hour later, and they were still there. I think I got the last one. So very cool. Very excited for that to come in. PRS Santana S pickups, I believe. Haven't really looked too far into it, but look, it's got Santana's name on it. He is one of the kings of guitars. So yeah, it looks awesome. They're not coming out until the end of November. I'm hoping it will arrive early, but definitely doing a video about this. And no, it's also not the giveaway guitar. So, yeah, keeping that one for myself. Maybe. It's gone into the collection. We'll see. If I like it, I'll keep it. But no, there's definitely not enough of them to be giving them away. But here's the thing, right? Yeah, 5,000 is not that far away. I think, as I said, we're on 4,000, 4,500, let's call it, subscribers altogether. So when we get to 5,000, as I said, I've been saying it for a while now, we're going to give away a guitar. What do you think I'm thinking of giving away for that? And um, you can even advise me on something. I have pretty much made my mind up, by the way. It is a done deal as far as I'm concerned what I'm giving away. But that's I'd love to know your thoughts, what you guys think it might be, or would like it to be. But I'm still going to give away whatever it is I have chosen. Um, Better play smooth, Scott. Come on, Scott. We can't we can't do that. We can't do the Santana joke. I mean, it's a great one. I love it, but yeah, well done, well done. SB, well, guys, it's been great to hang out, and until next week, take care. Thanks for joining. Honestly, means a lot. Thank you so much. Have a great week, and yeah, we will see you next week. And John as well. Thanks, John, for joining. Hope you got some good advice there for your string gauges and stuff. So hopefully we've helped you out, but definitely get it checked out there. Um, so all I can say is that they last for ages, and I love the feel and sound. The playing strings feel slinkier than my old Ernie balls. Oh, you're talking about the Darios, Diodarios, Dadarios, whatever, those ones. Uh, Hey, nothing against them. Honestly, I think it's just you get into a habit as well when I mean, I like my Ernie balls. I've never really bothered checking other ones. I like them. They will do. Um, so, it's all good. So, anyway, look, it's down to preference. I probably won't be swayed. John, you've never won or owned a Fender guitar. Well, if you win the 5,000 guitar giveaway, you will not be owning a Fender. So, but who knows? You never know. So looks like uh, we're signing off. Later, Dave. SB at SB, peace. And Scott is saying goodbye to guys as well. So, all right, cool. Well, I do think we've got about 10 minutes before we're checking off because signing off. Um, and Marcia, oh, you thought I was leaving, but never mind. No, no, not yet. I'm gonna stick around another, as I say, about 10 minutes or so. I think we're good for about 10 minutes. Um, all right, let's see where we are at. I think that's all the information I have this week. As I said, I haven't really been on top of things this week as much as previously because because it is so busy at work and stuff. But let me just take a sip. But in terms of that, I reckon in the next couple of weeks, it will be um, it will be quieter again. So I'll be able to dig back into my resources and get some more information and stuff for you guys. Hopefully, as I said, all that information about Epiphones and stuff in the next week. Um, some clarification is definitely needed on a few things. So I'm asking my friends out there to help me out. Todd, you make a very good make a very good point. I don't like black or white guitars, but look at this cool black guitar. Yes, yes, indeed. But it does look. Come on now, let's just admit this. It has a design on it somewhere. Yeah, look, it says Santana and has the Abraxas logo thing. So it's not pure black, but yeah, I am a hypocrite. Call me out, Todd. You're not supposed to. I'm telling you, you're calling me on all these things tonight. I don't know what to do. It's like thought we were buds, bud. No, it's all good. No, honestly, if it was plain black, I wouldn't have bought it. But because it's a special edition, has the logo, the Santana thing on it, I was like, yeah, let's check it out. One way or the other, I will enjoy it, I'm sure. And we're here to the end. Roto Sound strings give you an extra highest string. Yeah, a couple of brands do that now. Um, good point, David. Yeah, suggests that they reckon their high string will break. Anyway, for sure, it's good to have an extra string because the one time, I mean, strings break sometimes when you're playing around. It doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. Um, so they also have a rewards program, like just use my parts for the first time, or your points for the first time. Got a pair of strings. Okay. All right. Well, Ernie balls come in pink packaging, so you know they got names of people on the packaging that use their strings. I'm hoping someday, in like 10 years' time, they'll be like, Three Chord Dave uses these also. So I doubt it, but we got dreams. So Scott, you are asking me about the Epiphone ET270, which, if I am right, that's the Kurt Cobain one, right? The one that's I've seen people talking about Kurt Cobain one. Let's see. It's one of your faves. I think it could be reissued, seeing how they recently re-released that body shape, the Wilshire. Yeah, you never know. I've seen that guitar pop up all over the place lately, in Epiphone chat groups and stuff like that. I had honestly never associated it with Kurt Cobain until I'd seen that, because like, always kind of associated them with Fenders for some reason. So, um, but yeah, why is that? Hang on, something's weird. Something popped up weird. It's okay. Yeah, he's look, it's a weird. I'm very interested in stuff that's unusual, from like in terms of guitars. If something is a genuine Epiphone that looks a little bit different than what we currently have in the market, I'm very interested in it. Um, I don't know enough about that guitar, honestly, um, to say yes, it's great, or no, it's not. But I would like to see them reissue it, because, yeah, it's something different. Like I mentioned in my Epiphone predictions video, I think like they can go a little bit too much into Les Pauls and SGs, and that's it. Um, so yeah, I like seeing something like that. It'd be cool if they reissued it. Will they? I don't know. It's getting a lot of traction, so maybe. Um, it wouldn't surprise me if they rushed one out if they realize it. But yeah, it's a cool guitar for sure, and definitely one I'd like to see back. So I take it, Scott, you are very much a Nirvana fan, big Nirvana fan by the sounds of it, or at least a Kurt Cobain fan. Um, I mean, I guess one and the same thing. Um, Great band back in the day. Very underrated, Kurt Cobain. Some of Nirvana's guitar riffs are actually really cool. I guess being a teenager in the 90s, I was bound to think that. And as I said earlier, I had hair inspired by Kurt Cobain, because, that was a thing. But yeah, definitely would be cool to see an ET270 again. I don't know. I think the secondhand market is kind of high on those at the minute. I could be wrong. Bright red Jackson King V with go faster stripes and spotlights and a loud exhaust. Each to his own, XMG. Each to his own. Um, it's not what I'm giving away, but no. But no, it's actually. I'm very surprised nobody has said, I know exactly what you're giving away. I thought people would jump on it straight away and be like, I know what you're giving away at 5,000. It's X. But no one's done it. I'm a fan of everything, almost everything. All right, Scott, good. I like it. I like it. I am very judgmental on things I do not like. So like, there's that Jonas Brothers guitar. Ah, how could you, Gibson? That is like sacrilegious. Oh, I hate it. So anyway, I know. I haven't looked at that guitar. It might be super cool. Um, but yeah, no, that's a good way to be. I'm one of those where I'm actually I realize this is one of my flaws, in that I like something, that's it. I like it. There's other stuff that exists, I don't like it, you know. That's why my musical taste hasn't changed much in 20 years. It's like, no, those are the bands I listen to. New music, whatever. Epiphone SG Special in worn ebony finish. Ah, Todd, it's a good shout. It's a good shout. Um, Listen, I love Epiphone. I love SGs. I love SG Specials. Worn ebony? We'll have to wait and see. I'm not going to confirm it. Let's see. What's the least expensive Fender brand guitar you'd recommend? Um, I don't know. So, in terms of that, John, the cheapest one that I will have bought is that Fender, or the Squire, that is arriving next week. This one. 366 euros for me here in Europe. So that is the cheapest one I will have bought. But I've heard, I don't know, maybe you guys can actually answer that because I'm hearing some nice things about the 2021 Affinity series from Squire. So if anyone's played one of those, but generally the general answer to that question is the classic vibe. Classic vibe guitars are really cool. They have been for a while. Usually tend to be well spec'd and pretty decent finishes and setups and stuff like that. So I would say, from my personal experience, classic vibe, but I hear the new affinities are pretty good, so I'll check those out. Um, let's see where else. What else we got? The J Bros guitars. Is that what they're called? The J Bros. All right. David, the Harley Benton ST62. No, not going to be one of those away. The guitar is worth a bit more than that, actually. The one I'm going to give away, it is a definitely a. Don't want to give it away. Don't want to give. I think the pricing would give it away. So it's a little bit more expensive than that. The Harley Benton comes in at about 150 euros, I'm sure. I think. So yeah, definitely more than that. Good bit more than that. So Scott, you are saying you've got a 30th anniversary Rust in Peace David Ellefson Jackson bass. So probably big on nostalgia. Love nostalgia. Yeah, I was looking at you know, obviously 1982 guitars for a long time. So that's kind of nostalgic, I suppose, for my own birth. It's been a long day. But yeah, that's cool. I'm not huge into basses, but I think that would be one I would add to my collection for sure. Uh, Classic Vibe and Affinity. Yeah, John, absolutely those. I would check the affinities. If you can get to a guitar store that has affinities, check them out for sure. Because I heard good things. Um, Todd, I'm trying to sway you to the dark side, but I don't believe it's working. I would go to the dark side for sure. Todd, I mean, if it's an SG special, it's not going to take that much effort. Uh, but let's just admit SGs are cool. So yeah, for sure. Um, and John, you're going to guess that it's a Les Paul. It's not a Les Paul, but you are not a million miles away. Um, Bullet Strat must be the cheapest, but the Squire guitars and the amp guitar packs are lower spec again. Is that right? I didn't know that, but that doesn't surprise me. Um, I would say that when it comes to Squire, like I've heard people say amazing things about the classic vibe. I saw somebody, can't remember, I think it was a Dutch guy, do a review of a player series and a classic vibe. And he was like, the classic vibe blows it out of the water. So Fender player series and a Squire classic vibe. So I've always gone with the opinion, and having played classic vibes, never owned one, but I've like played them at friends' houses or in stores and stuff when I've been around. Um, the the classic vibe just have always seemed like really nice guitars, really great guitars. Um, so yeah, anyway, Todd, you can't say that about Dave Ellefson. I mean, you can. I mean, that's what happens, but just better make sure this stream is turned off at some point, uh, because he didn't. Anyway, uh, great line right there. That's probably comment of the stream. Uh, Scott, the DC Pro, the Epiphone DC Pro is a really nice guitar. I like it. Um, Yeah, it was a couple of years ago. When was it? A few years ago, they did that re-release of it, and there was a cool trans black one with nice flame tops. Those are cool. Yeah, I'm waiting for a good pricing one to pick one up, to be honest. But it's definitely a cool guitar. I like those. Um, but again, it's like the spirits and stuff. Like if they brought back those, I kind of wouldn't look at a DC Pro because I'd go for those instead. But yeah, cool guitars. I like them. And with that being said, guys, as we're all still laughing at Todd because great comment. It's fantastic. If you don't know what he's talking about, you should I mean, don't Google that name because you'll find out. and it's an issue. But yeah, guys, listen, it's time to wrap up. I think we're just hitting midnight here in Ireland, so it's time for bed and sleeping and dreams and waking up on Sunday to look at guitars on Reverb. So thanks very much for all of your amazing comments. Look, as usual, you guys have driven the live stream. We've been talking now for 2 full hours. Guitars, music, all kinds of things have come up. It's been a pleasure. Really, as I said, like I don't want to keep saying the same things, but it means a lot to me and you guys join me for these streams. It means an awful lot to me that you guys come and comment and chat with me and you know, we have a good time. I super enjoy these Saturday nights, and honestly, I've had bad weeks, and then the point has been, hey, live stream on Saturday is going to be cool and fun. So thanks everybody who's joined. I think we've had a few more people today on the stream than we had previously. At one time, I think we were well over 30 people, so that was super cool. A lot of same people coming back. You guys, you mean a lot to me. You really do. You guys are my OGs here on YouTube. You're my fam, and I love you lots. So thanks very much for joining me. We will be back again, hopefully with a video on Tuesday and Thursday this week, but without a doubt, I'll be here on Saturday next week. We'll have another chat, couple of hours. It's been amazing. And guys, hopefully there'll be beer next week, you know, get this ear infection finally sorted out. Thanks again, guys. And look, as I said, we are getting closer to 5,000. So if you can, like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff if you haven't done so already. We'll be back very soon. And yeah, take care. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks, guys. Bye bye.